welcome everyone to another episode of In the Divide, where we're bringing all things crypto together with Algorand. It's wonderful seeing everyone today. Hopefully everyone is well. Things are moving so fast. So today what I wanted to do, I did have a conversation with a couple of people, and one of the big things I think in the crypto community is these regulations. And I wanted to kind of discuss, is Algo a security? And one of the things with this is, if Algo is a security, based on some of the laws and things that are on the books, it may make it harder for the cryptos who are securities to continue to grow, because they're going to be under the thumb of a lot of government regulations. They're most likely going to be penalized. But I wanted to just throw some things out there why I think Algo has a legitimate way where it cannot be described as a security. But one of the things I do think is they're going to try to change language to try to incorporate a lot of the cryptos that kind of blur the line, make that tailor the words to where they're going to grab a whole lot of cryptos. So if you didn't see some of the videos before about the Loomis Gillibrand bill, a lot of what they're talking about is creating two classes, basically commodities and securities. And they've already kind of put Bitcoin in a commodities a basket, and most likely Ethereum is going to be in that basket too. And one of the things that this is going to make, it's going to make it where those two big behemoths, the ones who are in the majority of the market, they're going to have another leg up advantage when it comes to the rules, because they're going to be treated differently than those who are securities. And then they're not going to have to undergo a rigorous penalization from Gary Gensler and the SEC. So this is a kind of a big deal, trying to figure out securities and everything. So let me show you this. And this is another reason why it came upon my vision. I am not a financial advisor. I just do things because it's educational and hopefully entertainment. So it's something that helps you secure your bag, just knowledge that you can get out there that, you may not have thought about, but it may direct you on what you need to do with your bag. And here we go.
Some degree of coordination with the CFTC and you about trying to make it so that we have more clarity, let's say, on cryptocurrency. Where's the state of play crypto right now?
Look, this is a highly speculative asset class. We've known this for a long time. The ups and downs of this speculative asset class, Bitcoin, and hundreds of other tokens. And many of these tokens offer the investing public, or the investing public is hoping for a return. Just like when they invest in other financial assets we call securities. And many of these financial assets, crypto financial assets, have the key attributes of a security. So some of them, they're under the Securities and Exchange Commission. Some, like Bitcoin, and that's the only one, Jim, I'm going to say, because I'm not going to talk about any one of these tokens, but sure, my predecessors and others said they're a commodity. Working together, there's two great market regulators in this country. I have the honor to chair this.
So what Mr. Gensler is trying to say is that everything else he wants to try to put in the securities arena. But let me preface it by saying this. He was saying that everyone who gets into crypto is looking to make money based on their investment. So let me tell you how I think Algorand kind of tiptoes around this. The central theme of Algorand is not an investment, not money, not a money investment. If you go on to Algorand Foundation, if you look at the things they're promoting diversity, they're promoting inclusion, they're promoting climate, carbon taxes. So one of the key metrics that they're trying to do, and all that they're doing, is making sure that the financial ability for you to make money is not the foremost thing that is on their documentation, in their presentation. All that they're trying to do is allow retailers the ability to have the same advantages of being free in the market, to have choices that a bank would have without having necessarily a centralized bank. So it giving you control over your money. So this is not a financial investment. This is more a financial asset, not an asset, but a financial tool that many can use to actually become free and have more access to their own capital without having some of the things that are a detriment, especially in these third world countries, and property of your money, being able to hold your own money aside from whatever government or banking institution that you will have in your country. So I think Algorand has a pretty good leg to stand on when it comes to this technology that Algorand has, is not strictly committed to trying to moonshot you. And I think the way the foundation, and I think the way that Silvio and the people in charge of it, they thought of this. They thought of the Howey test before. So if you go back and look at all of their things and all of their presentations, it's never been about the accumulation for investment to make money. It's always for this community to grow, for these people to have access, for these people to have the ability to contribute to the betterment of the planet, to climate change. Algorand has a mission and a purpose, and it's been very precise in making sure every step along the way, it has not been in a position to act as a security in any way. Now, are they going to be trapped in the environment of the politicians tailoring laws that it's going to make sure that all the securities that it doesn't want to protect, i.e. That's not Bitcoin or Ethereum? Because I'm telling you, people, the money that's going in there into these people's bank accounts, into these people's donation platforms, they're coming from these Bitcoin maximalists, these Ethereum enthusiasts, and they don't care about the crypto market. They care about their bag. That's the securities of Bitcoin. The money that they're putting into all these things is meant to protect their investment. That's the securities part that nobody will tell you about. These Bitcoin maximalists, they will destroy everything in the crypto industry to ensure that their bag continues to blow up. Don't sound like really crypto enthusiasts. They sound like very very much capitalist entrepreneurs and mercenaries. That's where most of the Bitcoin people are. They're Bitcoin mercenaries. They don't care about crypto as a market. They care about protecting their bag. They think that all these other coins going to drag them down. So they've got a knife trying to cut every rope that each and every altcoin that they deem that's going to be a detriment to Bitcoin. They're trying to get them to go away. But the last thing I wanted to show you is what was that?
Very unusual times, they get $1 for $1. Or at banks as well. Stable coins have similarities to bank deposits, that you have something standing behind that relationship.
Okay, well, one of the things that happened, and I sure hope that that clarity and transparency occur, but one of the things that happened in many of our lives, I've had all my life, I've had my money with Fidelity. And they came out and they said, look, you can put your Bitcoin in 401k. It was a seminal moment because if 401k is made for securities, you put Bitcoin in, and suddenly that kind of endorsement makes us feel very comfortable, Mr. Chairman, with the asset that is Bitcoin. Are we too comfortable?
Look, there's a lot of risk in crypto. There's also risk in the classic securities markets. What we have in the US is we have this concept that you have market regulators like the CFTC and SEC to help protect the public against fraud and manipulation in the markets. And when there's a group of entrepreneurs that are selling something to the public, who are saying to the public, come here, come hither, we've got this great idea, that when you do that, you've got to have basic disclosures, full and fair disclosures. That's what the SEC does. That's what we do really well. It's less so, in the oil markets or the wheat markets the CFTC has.
Now, this is one of the parts that I really I agree with the regulations, is that there has to be transparency on the form of the crypto to let people know what they are, how they're backed, how they're funded. Because with that information becomes clarity in understanding how to invest, what you're investing in. And I think Algo does a great job of this. And a lot of people, and I hate the argument people say crypto is so volatile. And the thing that drives down markets all the time is the volatile nature of the funds and the derivative markets that have been created based on these risk assets that they fold all into a bucket and sell to each other and get bailed out when things don't work out. But yet crypto is the shaky market, or is the volatile market. And I'm just saying, the way they are allowing these banks and these hedge funds and these corporations to start manipulating the money, the market, by wrapping up these securities, these dead bonds, and pretty much they already understand the strategy, is because the Fed will end up buying these loser securities, these lost funds, because they will end up coming back in and quantitative easing and buying all the bad debt and all the bad crap that they created. It's all a shell game for them. There's no risk of losing, because they understand the Fed is going to come in and going to clean up the market, and they still make money on losses because they know how the system operates. If we make this big of a mess, the Fed has to come in and bail us out. Maybe you have a Lehman Brothers, maybe you'll have somebody get booted because they're the low person on the totem pole, or we got to make an example of somebody, but as a whole, the market never changes because they understand what the market is right now. We're too big to fail. And one of the things too is that we are not in a position, the federal government is not in a position to allow the markets to correct themselves because it may take too long. And we create artificial markets based on not wanting to go through a typical market cycle where it cycles out all the bad debt. We don't do that anymore. So you got all these bubbles, all these things, and now this is where crypto comes in because it won't be centralized. You won't have people in your pockets, in your thing, but it will have the ability to where all these market shifts and bubble won't be there because there is going to be limited manipulation of the cryptocurrency market because it will be decentralized. But that's it. Go ahead and comment down below. Tell me what you think. Crypto regulation good, crypto regulation bad. What do you think about Algo as a security, a commodity? Let's get into the comment section. Go ahead and like, subscribe, hit the comment, hit the bell notification. Let them know, let people know when I upload that I'm here. Let the algorithm come on people, that algorithm need to find me. So another thing, I'm working on some good interviews coming up. So go ahead and I'm out. So this is me, Sam Houston, hoping that your tomorrows are better than your today. And I'm out.